Hi guys, good afternoon. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is the Voice of Trade with World Bank. If you are new to this channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification icon so you can get notified when I drop beautiful contents like this. Okay, so let's get straight into what we have today. Sorry, the video is a little bit delayed because I was trying to, check what people dropped. I asked people to tell me what they want me to upload today. So, and some said weekly analysis as usual. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at our weekly analysis as usual. Some people said I should talk about imbalance, and some people said I should talk about my top-down analysis. I believe my top-down analysis is what I have been doing since all these days. I mean, talking about all these pairs, all these YouTube pairs that I've been, analyzing since all these days, and then back testing. You understand? So, I hope my replay bar is still working. Okay, good. It's still active. Uh, and then some said I should talk about my old trading plan, and then someone said I should talk about my early struggles in forex. Well, some that person has been disturbing me to talk about my early struggles in forex and how I started forex trading. Yes, stay tuned on that. I'm going to drop it actually because I really don't have time to say story now. You understand? It's a very long story, so I have to find a day to that I'm going to be very less busy to talk and then drop a video because right now I don't think I have enough time to talk about my story right now. So just don't worry, stay tuned. When it's story time, you're gonna get it. Okay. And someone said entries. So I've been talking about entries also on this YouTube video, on these YouTube videos that I've been making. I don't know why people are still asking me for entries again. The entries are still what I always say when you want to enter either on the 5 minute time frame or the 1 minute time frame. Look for another 5 minutes break of structure. That is what you want to use to enter. Now I'll be starting with someone that asks for which something different, which is imbalance. So let's quickly use crypto as a case study for imbalance. Yeah, imbalance. So what is imbalance? Imbalance is when there is too much, when there's sharp increase or there's sharp movement that is abnormal, very, very abnormal in the market. You understand? That's when there's a very sharp movement in price, like a spike, sharp movement in price, um f- causing others to move very fast and then not allowing you to enter so fast in the market, not allowing you to enter either the buy or the sell. You understand? So then, how do we trade imbalances? So remember, imbalances are what sharp movements in price that doesn't allow you to quickly get inside price. It moves away from your entry and then doesn't allow you to partake in either in the buy or either in the sell. So that is imbalance. It is giving you a more like a gap in the market. Now then, how do you trade imbalance? Most especially thanks to ICT. Shout out to him for making us know these kind of things with the use of other blocks. So now when there is an imbalance, we believe the market is going to feel the imbalance either to half of the imbalance or what a full zone of the imbalance. You understand? So one way or the other, we believe the market is definitely going to feel this imbalance, right? Market is going to feel this imbalance. Then we already know about other blocks, demand and supply zone. So then after market has given us what a what's it called now? A nice imbalance or FVG. Some people call imbalance FVG. Yes, it's the same thing. Fair value gap. Yeah, fair value gap is the same thing. So don't get confused by the English. That's why I always say make things simple. Make things simple for yourself. For me, I don't complicate things. Some people use COCH. Some people use FVG. Some people use different sort of English. For me, COCH is still break of structure. Just that is the first break of structure after a trend shift. Stuff like that. So you don't need to complicate things for yourself. You understand? So now imbalance FVG anyone is the same thing. Okay. Now, how do we want to trade this imbalance? Since we know that okay, market is what coming back to fill this imbalance. Now we've seen a beautiful supply zone at uh the top of the imbalance like this. We have the supply zone here. Why is it a supply zone? Because there's a valid break of structure there, right? There's a valid break of structure there. So I'll call that a supply zone, and then market is on a very, very strong downtrend. Okay. Then after market mitigating my supply zone. Now I want to talk about entries. Okay, for those that have been saying I don't talk about entries, now I want to talk about entries again. Then if you ask me about entry, then you should know that you know something is wrong somewhere. It means you are not getting the concept. You understand? So let's just use 15 minutes time frame. I don't want to waste time. Now 15 minutes time frame. Whenever you're looking for entry, what do you want to see again? You want to see another break of structure, right? So this is midnight. I don't think anybody should be trading at this time. But you can see now it's almost morning. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. That's 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:15, 6:45. I'm trying to be realistic with myself here. So 7 o'clock, I would have woken up and then I'll have seen this beautiful mitigation here. To me, this mitigation is more like liquidity grab, like a white off kind of movement. You can see now there's liquidity here, and then the market has grabbed the liquidity. So that liquidity grab is what I'm going to be using for my entry. As beautiful as that looks like, that is where my sell setup or sell limit is going to be. And simple, that is the entry. Okay, the liquidity grab is what I used, and then after the liquidity grab, there was a beautiful break of structure to the downside. Just like I saw a break of structure on the 1 hour here. You can see break of structure on the 1 hour time frame. So when I'm entering also, I'm looking for a break of structure on the 15 minutes time frame, and I'm waiting for the market to react according to my zone, and then wait for the market to drop. Okay, so this is it, as simple as this. That is how to trade imbalances. You can see the imbalance was created. We mitigated the 1 hour supply zone, believing that the supply zone should mitigate and then close half of this imbalance, which it has done. And then I've also covered entry, which one guy was asking me about entry. You can see 15 minutes break of structure entry and mitigated it nicely. You understand? So that is just that's the simple ideology behind everything. Okay. So now uh, let me delete that. So now again, market has created an imbalance to the downside over here. As you can see, market has created this imbalance. So we're expecting the same thing to happen again, right? So this is my overall supply zone, and I'll be looking for entries there also. So for me, I wouldn't take this as break of structure. Let's go down to the 5 minutes to look for entries. So I didn't believe we're using 5 minutes entry also because we had the 5 minutes break of structure here. As simple as that. 5 minutes break of structure there. And I've gotten entry here, and then you'll have been in little profits by now. So at this point, you would have locked profits. Yeah, at this point, you would have locked profits. And then you target half of the imbalance. As simple as that. So let's see how this one is going to play out in the course of this video. Okay, remember you have locked profits around here. So let's see how this is going to play out in the course of the video. Now, for those that ask for my multi time frame analysis, how I do my top down analysis, you are going to be seeing it now. So I believe I've talked about the question those you guys asked: fair value gap, imbalance, my trading plan. Yes, now my trading plan. I'm going to talk about my trading plan too. And someone asked about entry, so I've talked about entry too. So now this is how I do my breakdown, top down analysis, whatever. I've been doing this for the last 4 months on YouTube, and I don't know if that person has not been paying attention. I don't know. One, two, three, four, five. So let's go back in time a little bit. So this was around last week. That is, we have been. If you have been following, you know that we've been, looking at the market since last week. And then Euro CHF, I remember Euro CHF was touching this weekly supply zone. You can see now, as simple as it is. First of all, you go to the weekly time frame for top down analysis. You check out for the trend, downtrend, right? Is in a downtrend. So, what are the characteristics of a downtrend? You want to sell in a downtrend. So, if you want to sell in a downtrend, what does that mean? You have to look for a supply zone, right? And this is the supply zone here. That's a beautiful supply zone we have, and then this is the supply zone here, and then it is being mitigated on the weekly time frame. So now I've found the supply zone on the weekly time frame. What do I want to do now? I want to look for how to refine this on the daily time frame down to the 4 hour time frame, and then how I'm going to enter. That is the most important. Now, but moving to the daily time frame, you can refine it up to this point, right? Which means market has not mitigated that weekly supply zone. Okay, so now moving to the 4 hour time frame now. Now moving to the 4 hour time frame, we are seeing another structure. We are seeing a bullish structure. Okay, we are seeing a bullish structure on the 4 hour time frame, and then this is where the confusion comes in. Remember, we have a supply zone on the weekly time frame that we are looking out for, and now a 4 hour is telling us that we are bullish. And then, since I'm a day trader, I am not a weekly trader. I only took note of that weekly zone because markets will react from it, and my 1 hour time frame too is also very very bullish. You can see now, very very bullish. So I would want to go with the 1 hour time frame. Okay, now I explained this last week. There was a break of structure here also on 30 minutes time frame for your entries. You can see break of structure here on 30 minutes time frame for entry. Sorry. break of structure there for entry, and then this was the candle that mitigated it, and then you'll have been in good profits. You can see, as simple as that. I'm explaining entry again now. I'm explaining entry again. So now remember, on the weekly we are bearish, but on the 1 hour we are what? We are bullish. This is where people have problems. So for me, since I'm a daily trader, I'm a day trader, I'm going to go with the order flow on the time frame I want to use to trade, which is the 1 hour time frame. Then I'll be looking for buying opportunities until markets get to the weekly supply zone. That is just a simple trick. Okay. So that's what I'll be explaining about this. And now remember, but look at it now. Look at this point. Market has been printing bearish. Yes, I think we did this last week where we talked about change of character. We talked about another break of structure there. Talked about break of structure there. And we talked about break of structure here again. Talked about break of structure here. Very, very nice. And then we said we had some zones here. I can remember this clearly. And we had some zones above there too. Okay. So now you can see now that the 1 hour is, so if you had gotten into this trade, you've been in profit, then you have no problem. You'll be looking to hold the trade up to these 2 points. And then if the market doesn't sell from those points, you ride it up to the refined weekly time frame. But now looking at the weekly time frame again, let's go back to the weekly time frame. Hadn't been you did, remember this is a weekly refined time frame down to the daily time frame. But hadn't been you didn't refine it, right? Let's assume you didn't refine it. Now going down to the 1 hour time frame. Oh fuck. Where did we stop? Yeah, yes. Now going down to the 1 hour time frame, you can see this is the weekly zone. And then hitting the weekly zone, it gave us this change of character, it gave us this break of structure and break of structure. So what do I want to do now? Since I've gotten the break of character, change of character, I've gotten the break of structure, and I've gotten the another break of structure. I'll be following, I won't refine, I won't bother to refine again, you understand? Since it has given me the confirmation I need on even on the 1 hour time frame. And so we'll be looking to short from any of these two zones, right? Any of these two zones, or any of these three zones rather. There's still a zone here too. Any of these three zones. Yeah, you can see now. So those are my zones. So immediately I'm taking a buy here. I've locked profits. I'm conscious of the sell now because we've mitigated a weekly sell zone. Okay. So you are still in the buy trade. Now market tapped into your POI. You can see market tapped into this POI, into the second POI. So we're going to be using the second POI, right? Then you can look for your entries on either the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, I don't have anything reasonable here on this part, so I have a break of structure here, and then we'll be using that 5 minute zone. But remember, I don't use all this. I don't use this 5 minutes entry when I'm taking my own trade. This entry is just for the sake of this YouTube video. Okay, so let's see how it's going to play out. That's the supply zone we are looking out for. Where's my indicator? Also, I also like to use this indicator a lot. Just sometimes, not really a lot, but sometimes, okay, just to get the Asian session, understand. So this Asian session here allowing me to know when Asian is in place, so that I won't be trading during the Asian session when I quickly wake up in the morning. You understand? So that is not a problem. And then there are many things I'll be considering while taking a trade like this. Okay. So for me, yes. So it is a new day. I'm gonna delete the pending order here. Remember, I'm going to delete this pending order because it's a new day already. But for you, you might not delete your pending order and then you might be watching it. So Asian session is in place. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame and see what is happening. Okay, now it has mitigated it. Yes. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for a break of structure and mitigation, right? So let's see what is going to happen. Okay, broke down to the downside. Yes. Yeah, so this is still the first 5 minutes point we drew out. And now this is a second day. Remember, this is the first day, the second day. So for me, I wouldn't be using instant spending order for like 2 days. So I'll have deleted my order, and then I'll be back to my 1 hour time frame looking for something fresh and something different. But when looking at this here, it has mitigated a demand zone here. You can see now. So there's no reason I won't be looking for short sales immediately again. You understand? So let's assume this one just mitigated to retrace to what? To this demand zone here. So now we have another supply zone here. So this is the first demand zone. Okay, I don't think there was any form of entry there. So let's move to the next zone, and we have the second zone here. That's the last zone we are looking for, right? To take selling opportunities. Okay, market didn't get there before it started selling again. So I think that's where the drop started coming from. Mitigated this one a little bit, went out of the zone just a little bit. So let's go back to the 5 minutes to see. Well, but for me, I would have deleted my all depending others I have there. So let's check 15 minutes time frame. Nothing really much, just dropped like that. But though some people that set instant spending order will have been inside the trade, remember. So that is not a problem for me. And the market dropped. So definitely it was respecting that weekly point of interest. You can see as beautiful as that is. So just do your analysis overall. If market is bearish on the weekly but the market is bullish on the 1 hour time frame, just know that market is going to be bullish up to the points of supply zones on the weekly time frame. You understand? So that is just it. You can see now it's gated this chain of character, did the beautiful thing and then dropped. So what should we be expecting next week for Euro CHF? Remember, we are still in last week. Since market is bearish, we want to look for more selling opportunities, right? Yeah, so for me, Euro CHF, I'm expecting nothing less than this. I just hope this video is recorded because I'm using a new recorder and I'm having issues with this recorder. So if not, like last week video, I recorded 2 times. It can be stressful at times. So yes, so now my trading plan, I'm going to be talking about my trading plan. Now, my trading plan, um, if even if I tell you my trading plan, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Remember, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Trading plan, it should be a guide to guide you that okay, whenever you're trading, do this, I don't do this. For me, my trading plan, I don't trade during the jam session, I don't trade 5 minutes confirmation, I don't trade on 1 minute confirmation, I only trade with the 15 minutes, and then maybe probably I use order flow on the 5 minutes and then the 1 minute, but I don't use 1 minute and 5 minutes for confirmation. I only use order flow. Your trading plan should just be your guide, your templates that do this, don't do this. And then me having a trading plan, it means I've done a series of back tests, I've done a series of trade, I've taken a series of trade that allows me to follow some set of rules to make me create a trading plan. So my set of rules cannot be a set of rules because you might be a type of trader that likes trading 7 trades, seven currency pairs. But me, if I trade 3 currency pairs, I'm good. You understand? So that is part of my trading plan. I'm not trading out of my currency pairs, which is just 3 pairs, 4 pairs, CAD JPY, UJ, AUD CHF, and then AUD USD. I don't go outside that. If I go outside that, maybe I just want to send analysis and then make a YouTube video. You understand? So your trading plan should be your guide. It shouldn't be like you are copying someone's trading plan. No, it shouldn't be. A trading plan should be what to guide you to make profits or to make loss. And then whenever you make loss, you should still be following your trading plan because you've trusted your trading plan, you've done a series of back tests, you've seen how it's worked for you, you allow it to work for you. That is why you are using it as your trading plan. So me giving you my trading plan doesn't mean it's going to work for you because my trading plan is a series of things that has worked for me and that might not be suitable to your own system. That is why it's not always advisable to use another person's trading plan. You can't even use another person's trading plan because you are not, for me now, weekend I backtest. I backtest a lot. I backtest, check what is going on. And then I see that okay, everything I'm doing is still part and according to my trading plan. As simple as that. You don't deviate from your trading plan. Your trading plan should be strict, concise, and simple. You shouldn't be using different indicators, EMA, it's in the whatever, when EMA cross, when this, when this does that. Or if you don't have a trading plan, you're a type of person that just enters trade, enter 3 trades in a day, enter 4 trades in a day, enter 5 trades in a day, enter 7 trades in a day. No, your trading plan should be okay. If I've taken 2 trades today, I'm not more taking any other trades, even if I see setups. You understand? So for me, I only trade more my in fact I don't trade more than 4 times in a day because I trade just 4 pairs. So those 4 pairs can't give me setup at the same time. You understand? So I just trade maximum 2 times in a day. Maximum 2 times in a day. And then I'm done. You understand? So I see no you should have no reason to overtrade whenever you have a trading plan. But when you are overtrading, you're overtrading. It means you don't have a trading plan. It means you don't have what you are following that is guiding you to be disciplined in these markets. That is why I'm going to stop concerning trading plan because I think uh I've emphasized enough on trading plan. Okay, I think it's only my student that I always talk to about on trading plan. So let me just uh, say that Always follow your trading plan, please. It's always very hard. Yes, it is always very hard because sometimes whenever you go to Instagram and then maybe you're a type of person that trades only Euro USD, but Euro USD has not given you setup, and then you go to Instagram, you are seeing everybody trading Nasdaq, trading gold, trading AD card, giving them crazy setups, and you're like, wow, Euro USD has not given me setup for the past 3 days. What should I do? Stick to your trading plan. That's why I said trading plan is very, very hard to follow because it's very, very easy to disable your trading plan. Say, let me just disobey my trading plan and then let me go and trade Nasdaq. And then when you lose, and you're now like, ah, fuck. But then when you make money, now the problem about breaking your trading plan is whenever you break your trading plan and then you make money, you won't realize your mistake. You understand? You're like, okay, since I made money, there's no problem about it. Let me continue breaking my trading plan. And then you are breaking your rules. You are breaking your rules. Next week you are trading Nasdaq. Next week you are trading gold. Next week you've already added more than 10 pairs. And then by the time the loss is going to come, which is just the 10% non-effectiveness of the strategy. In fact, it's going to spoil your account. You understand? So that's why it's very, very important to stick to your trading plan. Then you have to now go back and relax and sit down every day. In fact, every day, I always check my trades. Okay, why did I do this? Why did I win? Why did I lose? Every single day. That is how it's meant to be. You have to journal your trades also. Journal your trades. I wish I can show you my trades here, but my laptop just wiped recently. As you can see, I have nothing on my screen again. I have nothing on my screen. So my trading journal is on my phone, but I can't share my phone. I can't. There's no way I can share my phone inside this video. So you have to journal your trades. I'm using Microsoft Excel to write out the trades. Your journaling trades, you should have okay, the currency pairs, the is it a buy or a sell? Is it a profit or a loss? How much dollars did you risk? How much lot size did you risk? Did it enter profit? Did it enter loss? Why did it enter profit? Why did it enter loss? You should journal all these things. When did you take the trade? I took the trade during the Asian session, and I said I won't be taking trade during the Asian session. Whenever you write a trading journal, it will allow you to quickly realize your mistakes because you'll be checking those losing patterns. You'll be like, oh, why am I losing? And then you saw that you lost 10 times on a row because you were trading during the Asian session. Wow, and you're checking your trading journal and you're like, wow, okay, I traded Asian session all these 10 times and I lost all these 10 times. Now, what has journaling helped you? It means that because you were able to journal, you won't remember all the trades. So because you were able to journal, you're able to see that okay, because I traded during Asian session, that's why I'm losing so much. Then you adjust. You go back that okay, what is in my trading plan? My trading plan says don't trade in Asian session. But whenever you're trading and you're journaling your trade, you're writing you traded during Asian session and then you are losing. So you've identified your losing pattern. You understand? So even if you are winning too, okay, I took 10 trades in a row and they won. Wow, that is beautiful. Why did I win? You check, okay, why did you win? You write in your trading journal, I won because I used this, I used that, I used this. And then you can see that you did the same thing 10 times. Then you should know that yes, I need to buckle up on this thing that I am doing over and over again that is giving me my winning pattern. That is how you write trading journal. Don't just take trades and forget about it. No, no, don't write trades and forget about. If not, you won't remember all the trades you took. But trading journal will allow you to remember. Oh, I even took a trade on XAU USD. I didn't even remember. But because you are saying it inside trading journal, immediately the trade is eating TP or the trade is eating SL. Immediately, where's your journal? It's not compulsory you use biro and pen. Biro and book. I used to use Biro and book before, but I realized that it didn't help me because then I started using Microsoft Excel because my phone is always with me. Anytime I'm pressing phone, anytime I send a signal to the channel, anytime I send a signal to my students, I quickly write it inside my journal, even if the trade has not yet hit take profit or its stop loss. But as long as the trade is running, I quickly write it inside my journal so I don't forget. You understand? So these things will help you grow as a trader. So let's continue with my multi-time frame analysis and Euro USD, where we stopped last week on Euro USD. Yes, look at this Euro USD now. It is not part of the trades I trade. You understand? And it gave 76 pips, though I didn't take the trade because it's not part of my trading plan to trade Euro USD. As simple as that. But what did I learn? I learned what my entry is telling me to do. You understand? I learned um what's it called now? I learned patience. I learned about using tight stop loss and then I learned something else. Even without taking the trade, I learned three things from this trade because there was Asian session here which I didn't plan to trade and then the trade just moved marvelously well and now you can see 76 pips. As beautiful as that looks. Let's go back to Euro USD weekly time frame. You can see now weekly time frame is what's very, very bearish. There is no near supply zone to look for selling opportunities, but you know that the weekly is bearish. So what do? Jump to the daily time frame. look for supply zones. The supply zone is still very, very fast and might not be able to mitigate it. So then you go to the 4 hour time frame. Okay, now 4 hour time frame is showing you something clear. Then you can go to the 1 hour time frame. You can see that's how I did my most time frame analysis, top down, sharp, supply zone, supply zone, supply zone. You can see mitigated it and then moved nicely away. So now what am I expecting? Now market is trying to be bullish here. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. It's trying to be bullish, as you can see, change of character and all those kind of sorts. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Since market is trying to be bullish, I'll be looking for buying opportunities here on next week. That's for those that will be taking the trade. Though. I'm not taking this trade, remember, it's not part of my team. So if you have been following this YouTube channel, you should at least be profitable because I always send analysis every time and what to expect. So and I always talk about the entry. So Euro USD, I'm expecting buy opportunities from here and here. As simple as that. No stress. Without even any labeling of fair value gap, imbalance, and so on and so forth. I've seen everything already. There's imbalance here, there's imbalance here, there's break of structure here already. As simple as that. So I'm expecting this on during the week. I'm expecting this during the week for what? Euro CHF. So let's go to our last pair, GBP JPY. You can see that I'm taking some notes from these trades, but I'm not entering those trades. So, but breakdown weekly is very, very bullish. So we're looking for buying opportunities from this inverted armor. You can see it has been going down, but to me, weekly is still bullish. So you can see, look for buying opportunities. Look at the daily time frame. There's a demand zone here, as beautiful as that. So you can see how I'm doing my top down analysis, no stress. So then you can be looking for buying opportunities. You can see it's broke out this eye strongly, broke out that eye strongly. So this is a good sign. Okay, and since then that's been going up, bullish to the upside. Investigated this zone, investigated that zone, and then since then it has been going to the upside. Okay, so this one is printing bearish, but for me, I don't have any bullish bias here. Okay, we have a demand zone there, and we have an overall supply zone here. Okay, an overall supply zone here. So I think that is enough for me for the week, for next week. So if you have been following this channel, you should know that okay, I'm expecting markets to buy into these points. Then we look for selling opportunities back into the major demand zone. But right now, it might not pull back up to these points. It might just create some series of price action here and then boom to the upside. So remember, we are what? We are bullish. This is just a minor counter trend selling opportunity. So make sure you find your entries, might find your confirmations, and then wait for markets to move. Okay, Asian session. Let me remove those. This is the 1 hour point of interest. Yeah, I really have nothing much on GBP, JPY, but I'm expecting to move to the upside. After moving to the upside, I should get more buying opportunities. Yeah, before we start into this selling zone here. And then if it starts into this sell zone, comes down, we look for what bullish moves again. But if it drops aggressively from here, then we should know that what it wants to start coming to the downside, and then you just follow the other flow. You understand? If it's coming down aggressively, breaking all these lows, grabbing all these liquidities here, then you should know that it wants to continue moving to the downside. So I'll stop here, and then let's go back to that BTC sell that we were talking about earlier. And I think that will be all for now. So crypto, this is it. BTC, you can see still dropping massively, dropping with the entries I just explained. You can see. So if you're in this trade, you'll have lost profit and then be in beautiful profit. As simple as that. So I think that will be all for now. If you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you like this video, please click on the like button. It helps in the YouTube algorithm in searching for beautiful content like this. If you want more, let me know in the comment section. If you have different buyers, something different, let me also know in the comment section. Uh, Also, after subscribing, make sure you turn on the notification icon so that you can get notified whenever I drop beautiful content like this. At this point, I'm going to say peace, guys. I'm out.